Okay, I'm going to get you ready for another circuit. So we're going to just start off with a warm-up. Get into a deep squat and you're just shifting your weight side to side and reaching. And now we'll switch to some big arm circles, do a few towards the back, and then reverse directions going towards the front. And then finally just some external and internal rotation of the shoulders. So this circuit is designed to be low impact, so low stress on your joints, and it's going to be taken at a slower tempo for that reason. Let's switch to a deep lunge with a reach. This is one of my favorite stretches. You'll see me do this one a lot, and if you could only do one stretch, I would recommend this one. They call it the world's greatest stretch for a reason. It gets you nice and warmed up from head to toe. Make sure you're really pressing through that supporting arm and that front foot, keeping the back leg straight if you can. Okay, we'll get into the first movement. It's a hip hinge, and you're going to hold that hinged position and keep your arms straight overhead, circling them back behind you into bent arms with one palm placed inside of the other. So this is kind of a swimming motion with your arms. You want to keep your back flat and try not to let your hands touch your low back. Try to keep them lifted off your back the whole time. And try to lift your arms up towards the ceiling throughout the whole arc of the movement. Next up, we've got a hollow body hold. This is a great core movement. We've got 3 different levels. The first level is just bent knees. Keep your arms to your side and then just peel your shoulders off of the floor and hold that position, focusing on your low back being flat against the floor. To take it to level 2, you just simply straighten your legs out. Squeeze your legs together. Level 3, place the arms overhead. With straight legs, it puts a lot of demand on your abdominal muscles to keep your low back from arching, so mainly be looking out for keeping your low back flat against the floor. The next movement is going to be a deep lunge. You're going to hold this lunge for half of the time period. So take a step back, drop your weight straight down, and you're going to pretend like you're pushing a heavy object away from you, and then pulling that heavy object straight back towards you. So you're creating total body tension, really pretending like you're pushing something very heavy. And as you come back, you're squeezing your fists, squeeze your shoulder blades together. The fourth movement in the circuit is going to be a plank. So you're going to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Keep your hips high, don't let your hips sag down to the ground. And you're going to add a knee touch to the outside of that elbow. And try to maintain the integrity of your plank the whole time. So keep everything as still as possible as you move that leg under control at a smooth, fluid tempo. And your final movement in the circuit is going to be a slow tempoed squat. So you want to have your feet wider than shoulder width. And I like to put my arms out in front of me for some counterbalance. Trying to sink deep into that squat without letting your heels come off the floor. And don't let your low back round. For an extra challenge for your upper body, go ahead and straighten those arms out to your side, squeeze your shoulder blades together, keep your shoulder blades down and back, and maintain that throughout the entire squat. I'll show you from the front here. I'll give you a front view here, just making sure your feet are wider than shoulder width, keep your knees from collapsing in. Okay, that's your warm-up. Check out part 2 for the actual workout.